the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that Buck Coast Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We are back. Yes, sir. We had a damn good fight last night, man. Bruh, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, boy. From what I'm seeing, there's a lot of people that's really upset about Jermell Charlo winning last night. I'm gonna show you how right I am. We ain't gonna have a whole lot of people on the show today. Might not. Maybe we will. I doubt it. But there's a whole lot of people that just, they don't, oh my God, they feeling some type of way about that fight last night. And you know, me being a fan of the sport of boxing, I like the fights, right? I love the fights. Jermell Charlo has become the first in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in the junior middleweight division. And what we're going to do, we're going to give Jermell Charlo a round of applause. Some people feeling some type of way about that. Some people don't like that, and that's fine. That is fine. True. But regardless of whether you like it or not, the fact still remains the same. Jermell Charlo is the undisputed champion of the world in the middleweight division, the first. And when I think about first, I think about the first middleweight champion of the world, undisputed middleweight champion of the world in the 4-belt era was, and this happened 17 years ago? 2004, Bernard Hopkins, 18 years ago. He was the first. There's 7 men on this list now, undisputed champions, men. Now, I'm not talking about the women. I'm just talking about the men in the 4-belt era. The first junior welterweight champion of the world to become undisputed in the 4-belt era is who? Terrence Crawford. 4-belt era, he's on that list. The first undisputed champion in the cruiserweight division in the 4-belt era is Alexander Usyk. The first. The first undisputed champion in the 4-belt era in the super middleweight division is one Saul Canelo Alvarez. The first. And the only. As related to that. And the first to become undisputed in the junior middleweight division in the 4-belt era is Jermell Charlo. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you dice it, this is the reality of the situation. Whether you like Brian Castano and was upset that he lost, or whether you hated Jermell Charlo and is upset that he won, the fact still remains the same. True. Doesn't change anything. So I understand. I get it. But we're going to put some respect on that boy's name. That boy did that last night. Now let's go ahead and open this up. Jermell Charlo is the new undisputed champion of the world in the light middleweight, in the junior middleweight division. Brian Castano got knocked the fuck out. Jermell Charlo is the new undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Not super middleweight, but junior middleweight champion of the world, or super welterweight champion. Super welterweight, junior middleweight, same shit. In the 4-belt era, Jermell Charlo has become the 7th undisputed champion of the world. And there's no one, and there's nothing that no one can do to can take that away from him. There's nothing that no one can do about that. This was the best that I've ever seen Jermell Charlo look in a fight. Not going to sit here and lie to you. When it was all on the line, the real Big Charlo came through in the clutch. Let's put this mic down because I'm talking kind of loud. Let's reflect on this historical fight that we saw last night and discuss where does this put Jermell Charlo in the history books in the sport of boxing. Let's talk about that. For all you dudes from Texas, I got a special announcement for you. You guys are some emotional creatures. I understand that. Some of you guys have given me flack. Oh, man, you don't like the Charlos. No, sir, not the Charlos, plural. Understand the difference between the plural and the singular. No one hates Texas. You need to stop being emotional. My criticism of Jermell Charlo still stands today. Nothing changes from that. I don't wear Texas glasses, so I don't see him the way you guys see him. I get it. It could be a mosquito that's 0-100 in a boxing match in the mosquito boxing league, and because he's from Texas, we know you guys, not all of you, but some of you will just say he's great. I get it. I understand. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. But Jermell Charlo, as you guys know, anybody who's been following me a while, know that Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. I got him and Crawford, 1 and 2. And he surprised me last night by knocking out Brian Castano. I wasn't sure which version of Jermell Charlo we was going to get last night. Jermell Charlo, I picked him to win by a split decision. He won by a knockout. He stopped Buddy. Stopped him. He didn't let it go to the scorecards. He wasn't going to leave it to the hands of the judges. He did everything he said he was going to do. He said, I'm going to knock this dude out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. He did that. He did that. Check left hook, dropped him the first time. Second time, you saw what happened. Straight right down the pipe, 2-piece, straight right down the pipe, and then he came back with a left hook to the body. Dropped him, folded him like a lawn chair. It was over. Finito. Shout out to Brian Castano. You put up a valiant effort, sir. You can bounce back from this. There are great champions of the past, like my main man, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He had losses early in his career. I think he had 2 losses before he won the title. And he came on to have a phenomenal career. Brian Castano, you will bounce back from this. You are a true champion, sir. You are a true champion. Jermell Charlo just had your number last night. He boxed beautifully off the back foot. He listened to Derrick James. He fought very calm, kept his composure. He did that. He threw his punches with what? What I like to say? Fluidity. He did that. He did that.
Put some respect on my name.
We got to put some respect on Jermell Charlo's name.
Put some respect on my name.
Yes, sir. We're going to do that. And I understand. Hold on. Let me get this phone. And in the post-fight interview that he did with Mike Carpenter, we saw the old Jermell Charlo come back. The one that was mad, fired up, yada, 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 talking shit, attitude. Guess what? That's what I love about Jermell Charlo. Because at least we know that he wants that smoke. Not only does he talk it, he walks it. So as I said before, guys, this live, we're not going to have a whole lot of people here today because there's a lot of people that don't like Jermell Charlo. When it was Canelo Alvarez who became undisputed, I had a whole lot of people here the next day, post-fight. When it was Tyson Fury that became undisputed, I had a whole lot of people that was here post-fight. But when it's Jermell Charlo, it's a little different. So that tells me everything that I need to know. They really don't like Jermell Charlo. They really don't like him. And if Jermell Charlo would have lost last night and Brian Castano would have won and we was doing this show today, guess what? We'll have 400-500 people in here today. It's the truth. True, true, true. I'm not lying because guess what? The numbers speak for itself. The numbers speak for itself. So let's talk about this here, man. My main man, Jermell Charlo, he said, Santiago, shout out to Santiago. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2, bam, super chat on your board. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. He said Jermell Charlo is a true lion, unlike his brother, the Bum. Okay? Okay. Shout out to Alberto. What's going on, fam? He said Fundora is Ryan on Still West. Okay. Raphael says, not gonna lie, Coach, Charlo did his thing, but he took some punishment. These last 2 fights have taken a toll and wouldn't be surprised if his career declines from here. Cheers. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, he didn't have a scratch on his face last night, and he fought an elite fighter in Brian Castano. And if you think that Jermell Charlo career is on the decline because you thought he took punishment the last 2 fights. What in the hell do you feel about Brian Castano? Surely you got to feel the exact same way, or if not worse, that Brian Castano got beat. Not only did he take punishment in the first fight, it was a draw, and he got hurt twice in the first fight, but the second fight last night, he got knocked the fuck out. So if you feel that way about the guy who knocked the guy out to become undisputed, how do you feel about Brian Castano, sir? Cheers. Back to you, my brother. Cheers back to you. Daryl Alexander say facts. Yes, sir. Alonzo Ahmed, he say, I was at the fight. Wow, what an event. Well-deserved and earned win for Charlo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, James, we say, I'm a knockout artist, baby. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Deborah Booker. She says, you're exactly right, coach. They're trying to say there's no racism in boxing. This is the prime example of that. There is. Well, you know, I can't sit back and say it's racism because I think that's kind of maybe reaching. And then when you look at the definition of racism, you can't sit back and say because, you know, some people who do not like Jermell Charlo because they don't support him, that don't mean they're racist towards him. I think that word is racism is overly used. Because, you know, when something don't go your way or you don't like something, you throw that word out there. Fact of the matter is, there's a lot of blacks that don't like Jermell Charlo. So is that racism as well? I would use a better word myself. I can't run with that narrative. I can't run with that. Raphael said, I'm not hating. I never said you was hating, sir. Never said you was hating. Never said you was hating. Boxing Mex Society say the knockout don't take anything away from the performance of Castano, bro. Yes, Castano brought a hell of a performance in a losing effort. Real Life Living says that you see they stripped Josh Taylor. Yes, I saw they stripped him. He's not undisputed anymore. He's not undisputed anymore. At all. Oh, what it is. I shout out to Mac Mob. He say, salute, Coach Malachi. I'm not a fan of the Charlo brothers, but Jermell deserves his praise. Congratulations to Jermell Charlo. Definitely on the pound-for-pound list. And guess what? The Mac Mob, he's black. So and he's not a fan of the Charlos. So I can't run with your racism narrative. He says, prejudice is the correct word, Coach. No, just people like who they like. Period. People like who they like. They may not like him for whatever reason. You got people who don't like Floyd Mayweather. Still don't take away from his accomplishments. You got people who don't like Canelo Alvarez. Still doesn't take it away from his accomplishments. You have people who don't like Alexander Usyk. Still doesn't take away from his accomplishments. You got people who don't like Terence Crawford. Still doesn't take away from his accomplishments. The fact of the matter is this. No matter how much you like Jermell Charlo or don't like Jermell Charlo, no matter how much you like Canelo Alvarez or Bernard Hopkins or we'll just talk about the guys who are on that list. Alexander Usyk, Jermaine Taylor, Josh Taylor, Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, Jermell Charlo. No matter how much you like them or don't like them, guess what? Ain't shit you can do about their accomplishments. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You can't hate them off their accomplishments. You can't get mad at them off their accomplishments. You got to lay down and wear it. What this guy say? He say to say boxing isn't racist, kind of turn a blind eye. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So if you listen to everything that I said, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole with you. Say what you want to say. I give two damns about what you got to say. To be honest, say what you want to say. I don't care. If you listen to what I said, you know what? I'm not even going to repeat myself. Don't worry about it. If you want to leave by, we holler. Let's do this. Mike Wilson say, he beat J-Rock. Yes, he did. With Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he did that. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is what I see. 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 Over here, guys, we're going to look at some receipts and we're going to listen to this post-fight interview that Jermell Charlo gave. See, when it comes to this is Bernard Hopkins. This was the first guy in the four-belt era to become what? Undisputed. That guy. B-Hop. B-Hop. It say now to be undisputed world champion, a boxer must hold what? The WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO belts respectively. Meaning you got to hold them all at the same time. If you can hold all of these belts at the same time, in today's era, that will make you undisputed. You know, back in the day, they had some tough fights, but it wasn't that hard to become undisputed back in the day because you didn't have to collect 4 belts. You collected one, I think you got the Lenio and whatever the case may be, and you was good. You collected 1 belt and that's pretty much it. In today's time, it's a lot harder because you got to collect 4 belts. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I'm proving a point today. I want y'all to say this show, say this video. This video is my receipt, and it's proof of what I'm talking about. It's proof of what I'm talking about. But that's okay. Let's continue. Now, so when you have 4 belts in this era, that makes you undisputed. It says here only 6 boxers have managed to become undisputed world champions in that time. It's 7 now. The new guy that's going to be added to that list is Jermell Charlo. Let's continue. Let's go all the way down the yellow brick road. Daisy. Let's see what we can do. Yes, sir. How do? How do? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Here we go right here, guys. Let's blow this up a little bit more. Blow this up a little bit more. It's an undisputed boxing world championship list in the 4-belt era. In the 4-belt era. Number 1 is Bernard Hopkins. He was the first to do it in the 4-belt era in the middleweight division. Bernard was the first in the 4-belt era. Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard Hopkins. He became undisputed. He became the second, but we're looking at the first. So Bernard Hopkins was the first. Jermaine Taylor was second. The first in the light welterweight division was who? That boy from Omaha, Nebraska, Terrence Crawford. No matter how much you like it or don't like it, you can't take away from that. He's on this list. The first to do it in the 4-belt era in the cruiserweight division is that boy from Ukraine, Alexander Usyk. Born the same day I was born, January the 17th. Capricorn. Same day Muhammad Ali was born. Same day Jake Paul was born. He was the first in the cruiserweight division. Crawford was the first in the light welterweight division. Bernard Hopkins was the first in the middleweight division. Let's continue on. Josh Taylor was the second in the light welterweight division to do it after Crawford did it first. The first to become undisputed in the super middleweight division was one Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's a picture of him right here. As of that date when this list was put together, there was only 6. There's one more guy they're going to add to this list. As of last night, May 13th, 2022, Jermell Charlo is going to be the 7th when this list is updated. And he is the first in the junior junior middleweight division to become undisputed. Ain't nothing you can do about that. True. Ain't nothing you can do about that. That's facts. Shout out to the Mac Mob. Shout out to the Mac Mob, man. Thomas Jones, talk to me, fam. He says, Charlo looked a tier better than he did the first fight. Yes, he did. 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 He did that there. Let's see. Oh, Chickarelli, what's going on, fam? He say many people like their champions humble. But the Charlo bros are far from that. However, you got to give them their props in the ring. They earned it the hard way. Okay. Many people like their champs humble, huh? I don't know about that. Many people like many different things. I'm not here to figure it out, Chickarelli, to be honest with you. Fact of the matter is this here. The fact of the matter is that no matter what you like, it's like what Ric Flair say. I'm a limousine riding, quoting Ric Flair, champagne drinking, caviar eating, tuxedo wearing, jet flying type of guy. And whether you like it or not, baby, Jermell Charlo is undisputed, and you're not. And that's just the way it is. Woo! The nature boy, Ric Flair. That's facts. True, true, true. I can go to bed right now, be mad at the motherfucker. God damn, boy, this nigga won. Oh, Lord, this why he want this nigga to win. Lord, why he won? Why, Lord? Why? Guess what? It ain't gonna change the goddamn thing. He said, Boxing Mex side says, Castano deserves a rematch to get his belt back. Run it back. Okay. Okay. Run it back. All right. Let's see. Halim says, rematch for Castano. Okay. Castano. Let's go ahead, back. Let's do this. I got an interview I want to read here, let you guys hear. This is funny. Jermell Charlo, talk your shit, son. Talk your shit. This interview I'm gonna play is for your detractors. It's for all of those who are mad. That ain't hot. That boy from Louisiana became undisputed champion again last night. The boy that's not humble. The boy that talks shit. The boy that rubs people the wrong way because he talk a lot of trash. He got people from many different races that don't like him. Guess what? He's still undisputed. Nothing you can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. Let's continue. It's not going to change the fact that Brian Castano got knocked out. He fought hard. He did good. He fought hard. He brought the pain last night. But he brought it in a losing effort. The fact still remains, okay? Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go check out Jermell Charlo. Now, this is Jermell. I want you to look at his face. They say he took some punishment last night. Look at his face. Look at his face. Now, he did get caught. Boy, the boy can take a punch. Brian Castano was catching Jermell with some good shots. But Jermell was catching Brian Castano with some bombs. Damn good shots. We saw the end result. One guy was able to take the punches a little bit better than the other guy. Let's see what Jermell Charlo has to say. Talk to him, Jermell. This him talking to Brian. This him being asked a question by one of his haters and detractors. What the dude named Mike Coppinger. I love the way Jermell Charlo handled this. I love it. Not gonna lie. He took the words right out of my mouth. Let's go. Let's go.
Mike Coppinger, ESPN. Congrats on an amazing performance, becoming undisputed.
Are you sure? Yeah. You gonna change that list?
We love him. Don't worry about it.
We love you. We love him. You love him.
I was on it from the beginning. I know you remember that. So
ask the question. Go and ask your question.
So
talk to him, Mel.
You had to fight with Tony.
You gotta get your shit together. You always hating on people and shit. You see, you gotta come back to me now. You gotta respect me now. You got no choice but to respect me now. Yeah, I did what I had to do. Yeah, now what? Oh, you're trying to look bad. You did see that. Come on. Yeah. All right, man, go ahead and ask me a question.
You heard what he said? Oh, you gotta respect me now. See, you ain't got to like it.
Put some respect on my name. What? Put some respect on my name. What? Put some respect on my name. What? Put some respect on my name.
You ain't got to like it, but you see what he told Mike Coppinger? Oh, yeah, no. You got to respect me now. Now what? See, Mike Coppinger didn't like it. But now he's... As a matter of fact, Mike Coppinger on Twitter, this fool said that he had Jermell Charlo losing the fight by 1 round up until the knockout. I'm like, goddamn, what fight was he watching? All 3 judges had Jermell Charlo winning by damn near landslide. As a matter of fact, let's see what the judges had. Let's see what the judges had, but that's okay. I like what he told him. I like what he told him. Let's see that one more. Let's see that one more time. Let's see that one more time. One more. I like what he told him. 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 I like it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I want to hear that one more time. Every fighter goes through this. Well, not every fighter. The elite fighters go through this. Let's go. Let's hear it one more again. I do not own the rights to this materials for education purposes only. Let's go.
Hi, Coventry, ESPN. Congrats on an amazing performance, becoming undisputed.
Are you sure? You gonna change that list?
We love him. Don't worry about him.
We love you. We love him. You love him.
I was on it from the beginning. I know you remember that. So
Ask the question. Go and ask your question.
So first, you had to fight with
You
Tony.
gotta get your shit together. You always hating on people and shit. You see, you gotta come back to me now.
Yeah.
You gotta respect me now. You got no choice but to respect me now. Yeah, I did. I had to do. Yeah. Now what? Oh, trying to look bad. He did.
He did what he had to do. Now what? See, what happens is when you go out there and do what you say you're going to do, you make them respect you. You ain't got to respect Canelo Alvarez. That's fine. You don't have to respect Terence Crawford. I'm talking about all the men that's on this list. That's fine. When Bernard Hopkins was boxing, he went through the same shit. When B-Hop was boxing, guess what? The mainstream media didn't like Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins was what you would consider a rebel. See, they had plenty of people who came before Jermell Charlo who had attitude problems. Bernard Hopkins was hated when he was boxing. The mainstream media hated B-Hop. He used to promote himself, managing himself at one point in time. He used to work with promoters because he used to be a Don King fighter. He left Don King, stuff like that. And, he was kind of like against the machine type guy. He did it his way, like Frank Sinatra. B-Hop did that. So I saw this before. My main man, Marvin Hagler, same thing. Marvin Hagler was not liked by a lot of mainstream people. That's fine. That's fine. Guess what? He was still undisputed. I say all that to say this. No matter how much you like a fighter or don't like a fighter, don't let your dislike for that fighter take away from that fighter's accomplishments. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just making a suggestion. I'm not here to kiss ass. I'm not here to do that. I'm going to call it the way I see it. I'm proud of Jermell Charlo for what he done. Against all odds, he did that. He's been boxing for what? 15 years? He's been boxing longer than his big brother, Jermell Charlo, has been boxing. Jermell was the first one to go pro. Maul turned pro a year later. So as far as I'm concerned, Jermell Charlo is the new Big Charlo. Jermell Charlo is the new Big Charlo. You heard what he told Mike Coventry? Oh, yeah, you got to respect me now. You ain't got no choice but to come back. You ain't got no choice but to come back. And you don't see a mark on his face. You don't see a mark on his face. Look what it look like right here. He got a little swelling right there. He got a little swelling right there. He got a little swelling right there. He got a little swelling on that left eye from the right hook of Brian Castano. Now let's break down what we saw last night. What I saw last night was this. I saw a Jermell Charlo that I didn't think I was going to see. Not going to lie. I didn't think I was going to see that Jermell Charlo because how emotional he was at the press conference, how he was, screaming USA, wearing the American flag, chewing the hell out of that gum. I thought that I was going to see a mad, angry Jermell Charlo come into the fight last night. What I saw was the opposite Jermell Charlo. What I saw last night was a very calm, a very calm Jermell Charlo. That's what I saw last night. I saw a very calm Jermell Charlo. That's what I saw. I saw a Jermell Charlo who got caught with some hard shots. And I saw Jermell Charlo who landed the hardest shots. I saw Jermell Charlo who had a game plan and stuck to it. Box off the back foot, pivots, throw your punches in angles, feints, understand distance and range, work the stick, meaning the jab, feint game, shorten your punches on the inside. When you throw, back, check left foot was going to be there. I talked about that Friday. I said that check left foot going to be there if he can get the timing down. If he can stay off the ropes, pivot off the ropes, pivot, he did that. I saw Brian Castano come in there with the high guard, and he wasn't throwing the jab out of the high guard. It's kind of hard to throw the jab out of the high guard. Me and Habib talked about that. I saw a man get beat into submission last night. That's what I saw. I saw Jermell Charlo, who was setting traps for Brian Castano. Brian Castano saw the traps. He knew the traps was there. As the fight went on, he became less hesitant to rush in there in certain spots of the fight because he knew there was something coming in there. Had Brian Castano jabbed his way to get in, used the jab to get on the inside, it might have helped him a little bit. But you just can't come with the high guard and do like this walk in there. It kind of looked like the same shit Canelo did when he fought Bivol. High guard coming in there, not throwing your jab, working your way to get in there. That's always a bad move when you don't work your jab to get on the inside, especially when you're fighting an elite fighter. Jermell Charlo is an elite fighter. How do we know? He showed it last night. Shout out to Halim. Halim, you've been in the sport of boxing a long time. You've been in training camps with Tyson Fury and stuff like that. Halim, was it beautiful? What was it beautiful last night? Was it beautiful last night? I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, man. Like, I was looking at this fight like, who the fuck is this? I thought I was gonna see, I'm gonna knock his ass out. I'm gonna knock out artist, baby. I.e., this is why I picked Jermell Charlo to win by split decision. But I like his mentality. It reminded me of my main man, my marvelous Marvin Hagler. Jermell Charlo told us before the fight, he said, I'm gonna knock this dude out. So I'm gonna knock him out. Let's continue. Let's hear the rest of the interview. We ain't gonna let it go to the scorecards. Shout out to Uncle Charles. What's up, baby? Uncle Charles. Salute to you, fam. How many likes we got? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. Oh, boy, they is mad. We got almost 300 people in here and less than 100 likes. Oh, my God, these Jermell Charlo haters in here today. Boy, these Jermell Charlo haters is mad, boy. They won't even hit the like button. Oh, my God.
To this day.
Really, though? True. He said, why didn't my super chat show up? You gave me super chat? Yeah, I didn't see no super chat, fam. Oh, here you go. No, I saw Santiago. I saw Santiago. That was the only super chat. Yeah, it didn't go through. It didn't go through, Omar. It didn't go through. Because I'm looking at it right here. Yeah, it didn't go through at all. It didn't go through at all. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the number, Uncle Charles. I'm gonna drop the number. Once we need 200 likes. We need 200 likes. Once we get to 200 likes, I'll drop the phone lines. But let's hear the rest of this interview. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. All right, man, go ahead and answer your question. Answer your question.
All right. So first fight with Tony Harrison, close fight, I thought you won, and you come back and you knock him out. This time you knock out Castano after a close fight. What does that say about your boxing IQ? You're making all these adjustments and getting knockouts after.
I'm high on IQ then. I mean, that's what ASPN wanted to hear. I mean, IQ is really high and great. I'm a clean fighter. I do everything. I try to not throw rabbit punches. I try to, use effective punches that matter in boxing, like my jab. And I use like strong punches. And I'm a very strong 154 pounder. And I've been at this weight for some years. So I'm trying to figure out, like, did y'all watch the first fight? A lot of those shots that Castano was throwing, even in this fight.
So he's just giving a basic interview in the wrap up, whatever the case may be. What you say, Solo King? He said, thank you for giving Bernard Hopkins his flowers. He don't get the credit he deserves. He went through so much, especially the system wanted him out. Salute. Yeah, see, I've been watching boxing for a long time. I remember Bernard Hopkins went through this exact same thing. Bernard Hopkins was hated by the mainstream media. And a lot of boxing fans, like mainstream boxing fans, they did not like B-Hop. But B-Hop kept winning. He beat some great fighters. He lost some fights. He did lose some fights. But I'm talking about in his prime, B-Hop was hated. Hagler was hated as well. Quite a few fighters have been hated throughout time. And there's nothing more than hating a fighter so bad, but that motherfucker keep winning. Just imagine hating someone so bad that when that person is successful, whether it's Canelo, whether it's Crawford, whether it's Charlo, whether it's Usyk, whether it's Taylor, whether it's Spence, whether it's Ant Boots, whether it's, just imagine hating someone so bad that it literally upsets your whole day when you see they keep winning. True definition of a hater. That's the true definition of a hater. And it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that. You know, people all up in the roar about and the pound for pound and this and that, this and that. Guess what? Pound for pound is subjective. And the way people put their pound for pound list together now, they don't, you know, when pound for pound was originally put together, the standards and the rules that they went by, that you had to go by, the criteria that you had to go by, don't nobody go by that criteria right now. Pound for pound is just like my main man Julius said from Ring IQ. Pound for pound is a popularity contest. So I don't get involved in the pound for pound discussions because it's subjective, it's opinionated anyways. There's nothing factual about the way they do pound for pound now. It's their opinion, who their favorite fighter is, and it's subjective, yada, 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 yada. I would never tongue wrestle with anyone about a pound for pound list, something that's opinionated anyways. When you put Jermell Charlo in pound for pound, it's irrelevant to me. Fact of the matter is, he the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. Vibe said that it's a great accomplishment. You have to give credit. But now I'm seeing the fanboys. But now I'm seeing the fanboys, but Charlo over Crawford in the pound for pound rankings. I mean, it's subjective. Who cares? Who cares? Shout out to W right side, the W. Hey, dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, salute, coach. Love how Mel clinched in the early rounds to create distance and stay off the ropes and lived behind the 1-2 in the later rounds. Yes. I love that. I saw that. Every time Castano got close, Jermell grabbed him and wrapped him up. And what was so beautiful about that was you could tell they practiced that. Everything we saw Jermell do last night, that was gym preparation. He was prepared this time. I didn't really see any adjustments that Brian Castano made from the first fight to the second fight. I didn't really see any adjustments. One thing I will say he didn't do that I wish he would have done a lot more of was work his jab. He got hesitant on working his jab. I'm going to tell you why. Because he was afraid that he felt Jermell Charlo's power early in the fight. And Jermell Charlo felt his power, Castano power early in the fight. The reason why he didn't want to throw that jab, and then because Jermell Charlo looked a lot faster from a hand speed standpoint, he was afraid to throw the jab because he did not want to get countered with the overhand right. That's what it was. He didn't want to get countered. Like if you throw that left jab out there, when your hand coming back, you can get countered with the overhand right. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Especially if you throw a lazy jab, if it's not strong. I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Killer Cam, George Kambosos, when he fought Teofimo Lopez, when Teofimo Lopez got dropped in the first round, what was the punch he got dropped with? An overhand right. How did he get dropped with the overhand right? Go back and look at that fight in the first round. Teofimo Lopez threw a lazy jab out there. And when it didn't get back in time, George Kambosos countered him with the overhand right and dropped him. True. Halim, what you say, fam? He said that after round 7, Castano was tired. Yeah, he was tired. Because them body shots, them uppercuts to the body. Shout out to my brother Bowl and Understanding. Is you a moderator, Bowl? Is Bowl the moderator? What Bowl at? Shout out to Bowl and Understanding. Shout out to Bowl. Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Okay, it is what it is. I guess I don't see it. What to say? Black Fire, what you say? You say he said he listened to Derrick James this time. Yeah, he did say that. I heard what he said. That he said he listened to Derrick James. He said he listened to Derrick James. I listened to my corner. I heard him say that. Virtuoso, what you say, fam? He said Charlo got a chin. Yes, he does. Because in order to get some ass, you got to bring some ass. That's what we say. In order to get some ass, you got to bring some ass. Yeah, he did that. He got a chin because he took some hard shots from Brian Castano. He ate it. He took it like a G. He started landing them uppercuts on Brian Castano as well. Brian Castano got real hesitant. In the second half of the fight, I think, matter of fact, when I scored this fight, I had it 3-3 after the sixth round. After the sixth round, I had it 3-3. 7, 8, 9, I gave it to Jermell Charlo. That's when he stepped up the gas. And it seemed like the judges kind of had it very similar. And then in the 10th round, he stopped him. So the judges, you know, and Marvin Hagler has that same mentality. You know when he boxes. Now we ain't gonna let it get to the judges' scorecard because you don't know what the judge is gonna say. All you can do when you are a great fighter, you can control what these two hands do. That's what you can control. The judges may have it some other. You may have 3 Mike Coppingers on the judging scorecard. According to Mike Coppinger, he said he had Brian Castano winning going into the 10th round. According to Mike Coppinger. According to that guy. Solo King, he said Castano kept making the same mistake from the first by bringing his feet with him when he shoots the right hand. He squared up. Mel kept landing that left foot. That left foot was catching him all night long. Brian Castano, yeah, man, like I don't know what the game plan was. Well, I knew what the game plan was, but he didn't make no adjustments at all. Haleen, what you say, fam? He said broke a few ribs from the body shot. Yeah, them body shots was hurting Brian Castano. You say, see how he got on that hating reporter during the post fight? Yeah, you're talking about Mike Coppinger. I call him Mike Coppinger. He said, Coach, did you see Yoka? And thought, no, I didn't see him. I didn't see Yoka at all. Fam. Yeah, no adjustments. Let's see. Postman said 3 Mike Coppingers. Yeah, yeah, boy, if you might have 3 Mike Coppingers on there, you're going to have to stop. You're going to have to knock this dude out. Shout out to Keenan. Keenan says that I think the main difference was Charlo used his movements more and kept the jab consistent. Only banged on the inside when he had to. Yes, sir, that was a big difference. And this is why, like when you see pressure fighters hate pure boxers. They hate fighting boxers. Pressure fighters hate fighting boxers because from a stylistic standpoint, it's a nightmare for them, especially if you're fighting a boxer that have that bite down and can take a punch. Because Brian Castano landed some good shots on Jermell Charlo, but Jermell Charlo ate it. I think Jermell got hurt in that fight early in the rounds, but he recovered quickly. More so than when Brian Castano got hurt, like he couldn't recover. When he got dropped, it was like a delayed, like Jermell, they was throwing combinations. And Jermell Charlo finished. You can tell that's what they worked on. He said, listen, if you got to be in exchange with this guy, throw your combinations, always finish the combo with what? A left hook. And as the rounds went on, when they had the exchanges, he kept finishing the combination with what? The left hook. And when he caught Castano with that left hook, about 2 seconds went by, his whole body went limp, and he dropped down on his knees. W. Right side, he said, Coach, did you think Castano was as hurt as he was when the knockdown happened? I think he was that guy at first until he started wobbling across the ring. No, he was hurt. Bro, I could tell the way his whole body went limp. The way he got caught with a temple shot. He had his guard up. Hey, right side, go look at that fight again. He had his right hand up covering the chin, but the hook caught him on the temple. He had the, he had it covering the chin, but he got caught on the temple. He was hurt. He was hurt. It's like his body just deflated. He dropped down on his knees. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that like button. Hit the like button for the old boy. If you're new to the channel, we need 200 likes. I want to open up these phone lines. I know a lot of these Jermell Charlo haters are here today. I know you're mad, but look here, man. Ain't nothing you can do about that, dog. The man won, and we're going to put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my name.
Brian Castano, he fought hard. He fought hard. He said, Coach, you were excellent last night. But, bro, you really was killing that Cepeda fight. Yes, that's a Cepeda fight? Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Good fight. He said, Dragon Leg with the same fight. He said, Coach, you see Zerdo fight? Yeah, I saw Zerdo. Zerdo was big. Zerdo fought a tomato can. I can't even say nothing about it. He fought a tomato can. He did what he's supposed to do. Same thing with Boots. Boots fought a tomato can. Major Key said, did you see when Maul said we did it? He said we did it. And Mel looked at him like, nah, nigga, I did it myself.
True.
Hey, man.
True.
Hey.
To this day.
Really though, dog. I ain't gonna even bring Maul up.
But this ball been taking the easy matches. Fighting other balls.
I can't even bring Maul up. Can't even bring him up. Why? For what? There's no need. I love the fact, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like the fights. Again, I'm the type of person, I told you I'm old school. If you tell me your fight is Godzilla, he better be fighting King Kong, etc., etc., etc. I'm an old school guy. I don't like making excuses for fighters. I like to see the tough guys fight the tough guys. Especially if you're telling me this guy's a killer. If he's a killer, he better be fighting other killers. We saw a classic fight last night. And it is what it is, man. Some people gonna be mad for a couple days. They're gonna be pissed off, upset. God damn, he won. Oh man, why did he have to win? Why did he have to win last night? Guess what? It ain't gonna change a goddamn thing.
Put some respect on my name.
When you look at that list of the 7 men, and I'm not even gonna talk about the women, but when you look at that list, you ain't gonna see Teofimo Lopez's name on there. Why? Because he was never undisputed. Irregardless of what Mauricio Suleiman says. You're not going to see George Camboso's name on there. Why? Because he was never undisputed. Irregardless of what ESPN says or Mauricio Suleiman. In the history books, there are 7 guys, names that you're going to consistently see until we see another one. Another one. That's Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, Terrence Crawford, Alexander Usyk, Josh Taylor, Canelo Alvarez, and now the new undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world, Jermell Iron Man Charlo. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
True, true, true.
Read it and weep, read it and weep, read it and weep. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. He said they did T.O. dirty on that. Yeah. They did T.O. dirty, huh? Keenan, he says, I think that's why Haney undisputed won't hold no weight, because he ain't fought any of the top 5 lightweights. Well, if Devin Haney was to win to become undisputed, that's an if. Because I think that the guy Killer Cam, George Cambosos, will have something to say about that. If he wins, what you think, Keenan, with all due respect, whether it won't hold no weight, whether this won't hold any weight with you, won't even matter. Because it won't change the fact that he would be the 8th guy if he was to win. See, that's the beautiful part about it, right? No matter what I think and what you think, it does not change from the reality of the situation. Shout out to Slim Reaper. He said, now, coach, you sound like a Killer Cam hater. How do I sound like a Killer Cam hater? How? What did I say? What did I say that was hate? It's not as of yet, but you might be putting the markers on Haney for saying that. No, you don't understand. Like, let me break this down again, Slim Reaper. He said I sound like a Killer Cam hater. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't say I sound like a Teofimo Lopez hater. Let's see. Let's break this down again, Slim Reaper. I think you might be missing the plot here. Sir. Slim Reaper, let me ask you a question. Break this shit down. It's going to be very easy for me to do. Can you explain this to me, sir? Slim Reaper, explain this to me. The historians who put this list together, are they hating on Killer Cam by not having him on here as Undisputed? Oh, what you say, Thomas Jones? You say you think Slim was joking? Oh, okay. All right, Slim Reaper, okay, I didn't know you were joking, fam. My bad. Slim, my bad. If you were joking, my bad. My bad, dog. My bad. If you were joking, my bad. Because you did have laughing emojis. Sorry about that, Slim. You know me, I thought I had to use this as a teaching moment. Slim Reaper was joking. Solo King said, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fanboy, but any fight. I'm not a fanboy of any fighter, but I think Bud School Spence just for studying it. Well, you know, everybody have their opinions, but I'm not going to talk about Bud or Spence. This is not Bud or Spence night. Right now, I'm talking about the guy who became Undisputed last night, my brother. Shout out to Alexander for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Charlo and Haney get no credit. They did no work. Okay, all right. That's your opinion, sir. Oh, Slim Reaper, that's my bad, dog. I'm sorry. He said, stop it, coach. Do you see the laughing emojis? I missed the laughing emoji. My bad, dog. My bad, Slim Reaper. I apologize, my brother. I apologize. Only what you say, fam? He say Charlo and Haney get no credit. They did no work. Which Charlo are you talking about? Are you talking about Jermell Charlo? And I don't, you know what? I don't want to assume anything. Clarify which Charlo you're talking about. I don't want to assume anything. I don't like making assumptions. Hunter Young, he said, this is about male. Yes, sir. It's about male. It's about male today. It's about the new undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world, Jermell Charlo. Yes, sir. Let's see, man. Let's see. You talking about Ryan Aloma. Okay, all right. Ryan Aloma. Damian Bennett, what you say, fam? He say, how can you even mention Haney with male? Okay. Yeah, 1-900 Hustler, he says, grown men crying about personality, but watch others' brain cells get taken for sport. These weirdos are morally confused. Man, I don't even focus on that. Shout out to Harleen for dropping them 10 pounds on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says 4-belt era Undisputed does not include the franchise belt. No, it doesn't.
True.
Does not include the franchise belt. Well done to Charlo for becoming Undisputed. Yeah. Yes, sir. Alexander says, male lost to, shout out to Alexander for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
This dude is mad. He say, male lost to Harrison and Castano, who ain't it. Sir, tell me where he lost to Castano at. Tell me where he lost to Castano at, sir. Last time I checked, that fight was a draw. Irregardless of whether you thought he lost or not, or I thought he lost or not, fact of the matter is, in the record books, it went down as a draw. You say a male ain't it? There's nothing wrong with that. That's your opinion. I totally disagree with you. That's your opinion, sir. You have a right to it. Shout out to Solo King. He says Charlo deserves his credit, but Jamal keeps fighting carpet installers. Yeah. We got over 300 people in here, and we have less than 200 likes. But we got a whole lot of the Jermell Charlo haters in this motherfucker tonight. God damn, they hate. Damn, I get it. I understand. Shout out to Roshiki for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said these guys talking about holding weight as if their opinions matter. Big Mel did that. Ain't nothing they can do to change that. That's my whole point. My whole point is all of those who hated Canelo Alvarez. I did a show when Canelo became undisputed. Some people felt like that Canelo wasn't fighting anybody, whatever the case may be. But guess what? It doesn't change the fact that he became undisputed. Josh Taylor, same thing. When Terrence Crawford became undisputed, oh, he got a weight raise, man, he did this and that, did that. Does it change the fact that he became undisputed? Jermell Charlo, he became undisputed. That was weak over there. That was weak over there. Does it change the fact he became undisputed? And my rebuttal to that is this. If it was so weak, how come the other guys in that weight division didn't do it? Why that guy, who you said who became undisputed in the weight division, why the other guys didn't become undisputed in that same division? But this guy was the one that did it. If it was so weak. That's what I have to say. But that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Usyk. Hey, okay. Alexander for dropping that $2. Damn, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said you were biased to Mel last night. You were supposed to be fair. Brother, Alexander, I don't know what you're looking for, man. Jermell Charlo is the new undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. I don't know what you're looking for, fam. Whatever you're looking for, I'm not picking up what you're putting down, dog. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. And listen, man, it ain't nothing you can say that's going to change the fact that Brian Castano got knocked out. I don't know what you're reaching for, fam. It ain't over here. Brian Castano got knocked out, dog. Jermell Charlo is the new undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. Get over it. Get over it. Shout out to Sean Connery. He said this channel isn't biased at all. Okay. All right. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anybody feel the way they feel it, they feel the way they feel it. I ain't got no problem with that. Fact of the matter is, it does not change the fact that Jermell Charlo is undisputed. Ain't shit you can do about that. Carmen Serene say 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. And these same guys who over here now talking that shit, if Brian Castano would have won, they'll be saying something totally different.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Solo King said Jamal the truth. He said Jamal the truth. He should not be getting hated on. He the truth, okay. I'm not even going to talk about Jermell Charlo, sir. Not going to talk about him at all. Let's see. Pugilism, what you say, fam? He said a heavy bag phone booth style, James is developing behind the jab, proving effective through Spence and Charlo, no doubt. Okay, he said reflect the art of chipping and of chipping and strength behind the jab in boxing punishes. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. Halim say facts, coach. Styles make fights. I always keep it in its context. I try not to become a prisoner of the moment, but I always try to look at it from an objective point of view. And Styles make fights. I'm not the guy to say, oh, because he knocked this dude out, he'll do the same thing to that guy. When this guy and that guy he knocked out have two different styles. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. Stella, shout out to Stella. Stella say, she said, what's up, coach? I'm subscribing now. Great show. I appreciate that, Stella. I appreciate that, Stella. I really do. One thing about me, we got commandments over here too, Stella. I'm gonna show the commandments today. Today is Church Sunday. One thing about me, I don't deride for no subscribers or none of that. We got over 13,000 doing it the right way, and we're gonna continue to keep going. I have some people who subscribe, I have some people who unsubscribe, but we've been averaging, I think we got 1,000 subscribers in the month last month. So we're doing pretty good. Over 13,000. We're on our way to 14,000. We'll be at 20,000 subs by the end of the year. We're going to keep making it do what it do over here. Shout out to Alexander. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Alexander said, kills Cam, already undisputed. You gives him no shine. I don't know who kills Cam is, but if you're trying to say Killer Cam, I'm the one who gave Cambosos that nickname. Cambosos' nickname is George Ferocious Cambosos. I am the one that came with Killer Cam. So you're using my talking point, the name that I gave him. You say he's already undisputed, I give him no shine. Whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Let's see. We need 8 more likes for me to open up the phone lines. Whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Let's see. Hold on, what'd you say for me? Say, Coach, I turn off the volume on the TV due to biased commentators. Yeah, when we do the fight party, I can't play the volume because the streamer get pulled. So I didn't hear any commentating last night. I really like how you narrate, but last night, all of that, come on, Mel, let's go. Please try not to be so biased. Love your narration, though. I said, come on, Mel, because I was rooting for Jermell Charlo. That's why. Just like when you root for a fighter, Hovind, when you root for a fighter, when you like a fighter and you pick a fighter to win, you always root for the guy who you pick to win. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have a problem or anybody have a problem, that's just like more than likely you probably a Canelo Alvarez fan. If anybody have a problem with you rooting for Canelo because you're a fan of him and you like Canelo, and Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters, there's nothing wrong with rooting for him. But if you listen to my commentating, every time Brian Castano landed a tough shot, I called it the way I saw it. But we agree to disagree on that. Don't make me know, never mind. But I understand, I feel your pain. I get it. Trust me, I get it, dog. Dog, I get it. 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 Trust me, I get it. I get it. Boy, I get it, boy. I get it. I really do. I get it. I get it. Damian Bennett, he says they need to blame Mauricio Sulaiman for Killer Cam not being undisputed. Yeah. Whatever they say. They say undisputed. Whatever they say. I'm not here to tongue wrestle with anybody. Alex said that he said Killer Cam fought one name his whole career. Teofimo Lopez was a big win for him. But his toughest fight is Haney. Okay. But his toughest fight is Haney. Lopez ducked Haney. Then and Loma ducked Haney. So oh man. Shout out to X. X say just because you root for a guy doesn't mean you can't call an even fight. I get it, boy. I know these guys very well. I've been doing this for like 16 months. I know these guys very well. I know their angles. I know their talking points. I know them very well. I study these guys. Phone lines is open 530-494-9636. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead, man, and do this for my main man. Mel. Let's do this for Mel. James said, best quotes of the day. Phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. You got something to say? Call in. 530-494-9636. I was expecting to hear a lot of Jermell Charlo detractors. Call in. What I do to get Alexander. Phone lines is open. Call in. He say best quotes. I did it for America, but I'm African American. I did it for my people. Second quote. I call the shots. Top contenders fight each other. I'm busy. As a matter of fact, he said this. He's saying the same thing that Canelo told those other guys. I'm busy. You guys fight each other. Whoever the win out of each other, then I'll fight the winner. He earned that right. Phone lines is open. I want some smoke. Shout out to W Right Side.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Maul turned it to T. Diddy last night. We did it first, and we motivate even the greats. Mel cocked his head to the side like, motherfucker, I did this. Yeah, he did that. He did that. Ain't shit you can do about it. Ain't shit you can do about it. Ain't shit you can do about it. Joven para siempre, he said, I subscribed to your channel since you were 2.3 thousand under a different name. Under a different name because you sounded unbiased. Well, Joven para siempre. Si lo siguiente, diferente ahora, entonces, si le puede salir, si lo quiere. If you're feeling different now, you feel like that I'm biased, and you subscribe to me because you thought I was unbiased, which I am unbiased, and you feel like that I am biased, if you want to unsubscribe, you can, sir. You can. Somebody called and hung up. Es no sea para tanto conmigo. Let's see. Big Ron Franklin. Big Ron. Shout out to Big Ron. Shout out to Big Ron. Big Ron say chat is open. Carl Hanson, what to say, fam? He say Killer Cam, soon to be undisputed. Then y'all know his name. Killer Cam, man. I'm the one who gave him Killer Cam. Killer Cam. Shout out to phone lines is open, man. 530-494-9636. Call in. Call in. We ain't running. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Alexander from Indiana.
Alexander from Indiana, talk to me. Alexander from Indiana, talk to me.
Undisputed.
Okay, he's undisputed. Okay, whatever you say, sis. Anything else you want to say?
WBC says so.
Okay, WBC says so. Okay, anything else you would like to say?
He's undisputed. He's a champ.
Okay, he's undisputed. He's the champ. I'm glad you feel that way. Anything else?
Peace out.
All right, peace out. Shout out to Alexander from Indiana. Let's see. Shout out to Boat Hype.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
James, North New Jersey. What's up?
James, talk to me, fam.
What's up, Coach? You ain't got the afro out today. You been having the hat on lately. What's going on with the shooby-dooby-doo afro? When you gonna pull that out, man?
No, I had the afro on a couple days ago. I had it on a couple days ago.
No, but Mel did his thing. He top notch. He should have been. I know you say pound for pound subjective, which it is, man. I know this is Mel Day, but I had to call about this Castano Clayton, man. Who is this guy, man?
Who?
Who is this guy? Castano Clayton. What the hell was he doing last night?
Castano Clayton. I don't understand what you're saying. What you mean? Who was that?
What was he doing when he was fighting? Boots.
Oh, you talking about the dude from Canada? Yeah.
Yeah. What's that fake?
Bro, I forgot that dude's name, man. Listen, bro, that dude did he throw a punch? I don't think he threw any punches.
I said that when I saw him at the weigh-in. I said, this boy lost the fight before he even got in the ring. He looked like a deer headlight.
Yeah, man,
I said, what the hell?
Yeah, that dude.
Man,
hey, Errol Spence, I like the interview Errol Spence gave. He said that it looked like that dude just came there just to pick up a check. That's all he did. He didn't even try to fight.
No, I didn't even see that interview, but that is funny. I said, bruh, let me tell you, that boy got to get his life together, whoever that was. They got to put some better people in there with Boots. I know them guys scared of Boots, but you got to put the I hate to sound racist, but you got to put them Argentinians, Mexicans in there ain't scared to get hit. Some of these black guys scared to get hit. They get touched. They go down. But I don't know what's going on. But anyway, happy Mel Day. I'm gonna holler at you later, Coach.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mel, man. Yeah, shout out to my brother, man. James from Newark. Shout out to James. It is what it is, man. He say shout out to. He say Coach B and say Hope is saying I subscribe because I thought you hated the fighters I hate. Hey, man, you know me, man. They come and they go. They come and they go. They come and they go. True. It is what it is. You ain't got to worry about me begging. Not me, not the old boy. Yeah, man. Let's see. Let's look at some more. Oh, you saying Clayton Law who lost the booth? Yeah. I forgot that dude name. Hey, Con Shottery. I forgot all about that dude, bro. I forgot all about that dude. That dude came in there. I think he might have threw 2 punches, got knocked out in the second round, and that was it. I ain't shit. That ain't even nothing worth talking about. Hey, Carm, that ain't even nothing worth talking about. I'm just being honest with you. That ain't even nothing worth talking about. Shit. Nigga came in there, laid down, went on down. I think he might have threw 2 punches. I thought he might have threw 2 punches the whole night. Got knocked out. So I ain't shit. Can't talk about him. What am I talking about him for? You know what I mean? Like why? Like what? What we gonna talk about that dude for? That's what we gonna talk about him for. You see what I'm saying? For real though. I just don't see no need to even talk about him. Nigga came in there to lay down. He didn't do no fighting. He might have threw 2 punches. You see what I'm saying? And when I'm looking at the fight, I'm like, what the hell is this dude doing? The first round, when he was just sitting in it, kind of like in a high guard in the defensive posture, I saw how fast Boots was. I said, man, this dude finna get knocked out. I already knew he was gonna get knocked out before the fight even started. I really wasn't even interested in it, to be honest with you. But when I saw the fight, I'm like, man, I saw that first round, man, this dude here, man, finna go to sleep. Really though.
The fuck? Fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz?
He must don't know. He can't know.
Huh?
He can't know.
I'm just saying, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't even want to talk about that dude. What we got? He say, Joe Strummer says, Coach, nobody talking about Charlo. That's sad. The media don't care. No, they don't like this guy. They don't like Jermell Charlo. Guess what? Them not talking about him does not change the fact that he's undisputed. This is Jason Mones. Calling with no caller ID. Jason Mones. Let's see what this fool wants. Jason Mones hung the phone up. As soon as I called him out, he hung the phone up before I got a chance to answer. My stalker, Jason Mones. Jason, call back, man. Call back. Look like your sister called from Indiana as well. Call back, Jason Mones. Call back. Call back, Jason Mones. Call back.
Put some respect on my name.
He said, damn, Coach, stall him out. Leave Clayton alone. No, Stella, I can't do that. I cannot stall that dude out. That dude there did not come to fight. That dude there was the cowardly lion. He don't get stalled out. Marquis, he said why I was timed out. I don't know why he was timed. I don't know who timed you out. You know what I mean? I don't do no blocking or timing nobody out. You know, the only rule I have over here is this. Be respectful to the ladies. Don't say racist comments, and don't attack children. Don't attack women. Don't attack children. Don't say racist comments. Just the obvious stuff, and that's it. That's my only requirement. Other than that, I don't give a damn. You can say what you want to say about me. You can say, Coach, I don't like you. You can say, Coach, you a bitch ass nigga. I don't like this. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say about me because I can handle my own. I don't run from no smoke. I want that smoke from any and everybody. I will bother you. So you can say what you want to say about me. Just respect the women and don't say nothing bad about children, and we fine. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, man?
What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Uncle Charles, Birmingham, man.
Uncle Charles, talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
Man, what's up, man? What's going on, Clem?
What's up, Pimmy? What's cracking lacking?
Man, before I say anything, man, I just want to feel a little proud to our brothers and sisters out there in Buffalo, man. Them folks out there trying to get groceries, man. They lost their life over some foolishness. So I just want to get that out the way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Let's just say this, man. Charlo cannot be denied no more.
Nah.
Now, he just can't be denied no more. His first mistake in the first fight is what he didn't do in the second fight. He let that guy pull him into a brawl in the first time they fought. And that guy, like the one. But there's one thing called adjustments. And he made those adjustments. Every time that guy tried to brawl with him, he boxed. It's all about boxing, baby. It ain't about brawling all the time. You got to know how to box. Now, that's the same thing Mike Tyson had to find out just Buster Douglas. Mike Tyson went in there looking like Iron Mike. He came out there looking like a booger on a stick. See, you got to learn how to box. You got to learn how to box. Let me tell you something, man. I don't have anything against Charlo, bro. I got nothing against Jermell Charlo. I love the Charlo brothers. I just don't like twins. I don't like twins. I don't like midgets. I don't like none of these people. I don't like these, and I don't like a crackhead that can play football. I don't like none of that, goddammit. You don't play a football game with a crackhead. He will run your ass to death. I can tell you that right now. If the game is about boxing, it's about boxing. Let me just say this and close it. I had a friend of mine, amateur boxing back in the 80s. And pretty decent boxer, but he wasn't no guy on top. Where he decided to go to the California Zoo, and somehow he got bit in the ass by a cobra. Well, after he came back and had another match, he had a lightning quick jab. Now, I believe in skill, but I don't believe getting bit in the ass by a cobra. I don't believe in that. So that's all I got to say. Congratulations, Jermell Charlo. Congratulations to the Charlo family, man. This is what you call boxing. Now, he's the 154 champion. Whether you like Charlo or not, I don't like him that hot. But he is the champ. So you got to respect that. The guy he did what Bernard Hopkins did, he did what all these other guys did, and he's in a league of his own now. Now, I'm pretty sure Canelo seen that. But Canelo just got his ass whooped by a tall Chinese dude. So I think he needs to figure that one out first. So he needs to figure that out first. I don't think he can beat Charlo. I really don't think he can beat him. But it's called boxing, y'all. It's called boxing. You don't let nobody keep stepping on your bad ass feet and then say, oh, I'm sorry, do it again. That's all I got to say, player, and I love you, bro.
Shout out to Charles. Shout out to Uncle Charles. Give him a round of applause. Much love to you, fam. Kyle Soderman said, man, he said, I just thought Charlo fought the wrong game plan in the first fight. He came out on top the last fight. Yeah, anybody listen, anybody got something to say, you feeling some type of way, call in. You can call in. Don't be scared of the phone. The phone number is 530-494-9636. If you feel some type of way about me, call in. Say what you speak your piece. I will let you talk. I'm not like the LDBC channels. I'm not just going to block you because you don't share the same opinion I have. I don't do that. You speak your piece. This is a free speech platform. Say what you got to say. Call in. I want to hear from you. He said, Joe Strummer, he said, undisputed and no one cares. Charlo will never be a cash cow. I mean, yeah, who cares about cash cow? He became undisputed. I mean, I think when you become undisputed in a weight division, whether you're a cash cow or not, doesn't change the fact that you're undisputed. So you're talking about money now, and money can't fight for you in the ring. So, whatever your angle is, Joe Strummer, I get you though. Whatever your angle is, I get it. Trust me, I understand. I get it. Joe Strummer, I understand. I know you very well, sir. I know you very well. I understand. Trust me. She said, woke up to this. Shane, there's a whole lot of shit going on today, boy. Whole lot of shit. Keenan says, cash cow, the goal is the new goal now, coach. Yeah. Keep moving that goalpost. You're in the cash cow now. His baby mama don't know how to do the one leg up. His cousin was playing possum. Oh, he'll never be like this, never be like that. Man, listen, man, that ain't got nothing to do with him knocking Brian Castano out last night to become undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. What does that have to do with him being undisputed? What does Jermell Charlo never being a cash cow have to do with being on this list? Bernard Hopkins was the first to do it. Be undisputed in the 4-belt era. The first. Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard Hopkins. Terrence Crawford was the first to become undisputed in the light welterweight division. The first. Alexander Usyk was the first cruiserweight to become undisputed in the 4-belt era. All of these guys in the 4-belt era. Let me preface that. In the 4-belt era. Bernard was the first. Crawford was the second. Usyk was the third. The first to do it in their divisions. Josh Taylor was the second behind Crawford in the light welterweight division. Jermaine Taylor was the second to do it behind Bernard Hopkins in the middleweight division. Canelo Alvarez was the first to do it in the super middleweight division. There's nothing no one can do to take that away from Canelo. And Jermell Charlo is the first to do it in Jermell Charlo is the first to do it in the junior middleweight division. There's nothing that you can do to take that away from him. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you dice it. Peter, what you say, fam? He say, Coach, why are these fans just pocket watching Jermell Charlo? I have no idea. True. They feel some type of way about it. And I understand. Joe Stromer said, Coach, not even Texas News reporting Undisputed. That might be true, sir. Well, I don't know if no one in the whole state of Texas is not promoting it, and they may not be talking about it. Everything what you're saying, Joe Stromer, is facts. But guess what, sir? Who is the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world, my brother? Just asking. Just asking. C said, these new boxing fans are sad. True. I don't understand these guys. I don't. I really don't. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Philly, what you say, Philly Fanatic, what you say, family, say, that's fanboy talk. Why he worried about Mel being a cash cow now? Hey, man, I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. What you say? You say, now all of a sudden, since Jermell Charlo won Undisputed, both Charlos can mollywop Canelo. Boy, hush. Listen, like, Jermell Charlo and Jermall Charlo are two different people. You know, my criticism of Jermall Charlo is well documented. But I'm not even talking about Jermall Charlo right now. This is Jermell Charlo Day. He became undisputed. Same thing I did with Canelo became undisputed. Same thing I did with Josh Taylor became undisputed. I did the exact same thing. Go back and look at the videos. Now Jermell Charlo is undisputed. I get it. I know you don't like him. I don't like him. I can't stand him. I get it. Guess what? He on that list. He on that list. Guess what? Ain't nothing I can do about it. You can do about it, whatever the case may be. He says, Mel couldn't sell out a YMCA gym. Cash cow, F out of here. F Society, that is true. He can't sell out. He's not a draw. That is true. But F Society, let me ask you a question. Who's the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world? In the 4-belt era. Stella said, did you see Holyfield's son getting out the FI coach? No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't even see the fight. I didn't even see the fight. Coach Ben said Jermell went off on Mike Carpenter last night. Yeah, I played that video. I played that. But let's continue, though. Let's do this. Because I see we got a whole lot of goddamn commandment breaking. So since we got some commandment breaking, let's do this. Let's see, can we run some people off the block? You know me, I like to purge. I like to do a purge. Every week. We like to purge. You know what I mean? We got commandments over here. If you are new to the channel, you subscribe. My channel is not for everybody. This channel is only for people who love the sport of boxing more than they love a particular fighter. Now, I do know that I do have subscribers who break the commandments all the time. I do know that. A lot of them, some of them, they keep it to themselves, but I do know that. But let's do this. These are the commandments. Let's read the commandments. Hold on, let's go back up. Where are they at? There they go. Let's look at this. Let's run this shit down. Today's Sunday. I try to do this every Sunday. We have something called the 16 Boxing Commandments of New Media Today USA. It used to be of the boxing gods, but I changed it. From the boxing gods to the 16 commandments of New Media Today USA boxing. If you want to be a subscriber of this channel, I advise you to get familiar with these commandments. I'm not the beg people for subscribership type guy. I don't want every subscriber. I only want certain subscribers. My channel is not for everybody. If you think I'm a dick ride for your favorite fighter, it's not going to happen. If you think I'm a cap for your favorite fighter, it's not going to happen. I'm 48 years old. I came up in a different era. I was trained and taught to love boxing more than I love a particular fighter. My fanboy days are over. If you want me to fanboy for your favorite fighter, guess what? This is not the channel for you. You might want to go to another channel where you're welcome at. You're not welcome here. Don't want your subscribership, nor your super chats. Don't need you. Wouldn't want to be. Okay? Let's continue. Sound this alarm. Sound this alarm. Warning to all you fanboys. If you feeling some type of way about Coach Malachi Williams because I'm not capping for your favorite fighter, you might want to get the fuck off the block. If you feel some type of way because I'm not capping for your favorite fighter, you might want to unsubscribe from this channel. If you feel like I am not representing your fighter the way you feel like I should and you don't like me anymore, you might want to leave the block. If you think that I am going to beg you for your subscribership, you might want to leave the block. We are over 13,000 strong, and we got here by being unbiased and objective and running away fanboys. So if you're feeling some type of way and you don't like the fact that I'm not pro your narrative, you might want to get the F off the block. I don't need you over here, don't want you over here. You can take your ass back to your mammy's house. If I offend you by what I'm saying, you must be the person that I'm talking about. We hollow. We don't need you over here. Let's break this shit down. Commandment number 1. Get familiar with these commandments. Thou shalt not fanboy for any fighter. If you root for a fighter to win, doesn't mean you're fanboy. What is a fanboy? A fanboy is someone who has an extreme or overly, what is it? I forgot my words. Too emotionally invested. When you get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter, meaning an extremist, to the point to where you can't use critical thinking, everything is slanted towards your extreme thinking, that's a fanboy. We don't want those kinds over here. Whether you male or female, go back to where you came from. We don't need you, okay? Let's continue. Commandment number 2, thou shalt not deride for a promotional company or a promoter. Commandment number 3, thou shalt not be a manager or a promoter of any fighter. Whether Jermell Charlo are making money, cash cow or not, is irrelevant to me, because guess what? I'm not getting a dime of his money. When Canelo get paid, Coach Malachi don't get paid, and you don't either. These fighters don't even know you. They don't know me. Let's continue. Commandment number 4, thou shalt not pocket watcheth a fighter's money. You got dudes who want to be managers and promoters. You can't even manage at McDonald's. You can't even manage at Burger King. Hell, some of you can't even manage your own household with your children, wives, girlfriends, and baby mamas. How in the hell you gonna tell another fighter how to manage their own money and what's in their pockets? Oh, I'm running them off the block right now. The viewers is dropping. I'm running their ass off the block right now. They leaving. They leaving. Commandment number 5. Thou shalt not talk boxing without facts. Saying that Jermell Charlo is not undisputed is not a fact. Saying that he is undisputed is facts. Now you can do to change that. Right? Commandment number 6. The definition of a fanboy. Thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. If you do that, this is the classic definition of a fanboy. Commandment number 7. Thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. Commandment number 8. Thou shalt not condone any elite fighter abducting another elite fighter. Commandment number 9. Thou shalt not speak of back-end money if your favorite, thou shalt not speak of back-end money. That's commandment number 9. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, Coach. It's Arlette.
Shout out to Arlette. Salute to you, sis. Talk to me.
Well, the reason why I'm not really in the chat, but I'm listening, because I'm cooking. You know, I love to cook.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I just wanted to say about, you know, I'm not a Jermell Charlo fan.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like any other Charlos, but not because of their skills. It's because they're, you know, the way how they act, their actions. But I've been reading some of these comments, and I mean, come on now. Jermell deserved his props. I made a comment yesterday about Jermell and I think it's Canelo. They're undisputed in the same way. I mean, in the least, and you know, in the leaser of the be fair in the divisions, but
when
I said that
you left one yesterday?
No, I left a comment, a super chat last night.
Oh yeah.
About
okay, I don't remember.
Yeah. But the reason why I said that is because people trying to down Jermell, saying that 154 is not really a heavy. Neither was 168. So I mean, the same praise that people is giving Canelo, I think they should give Charlo too. And I think now, like when Taylor won Undisputed, I didn't hear all this, like anti-Taylor. And when Canelo won Undisputed, I didn't hear no anti-Canelo. But now Charlo won Undisputed is like a problem. I mean, come on now. I know what this is about. I don't want to make it this type of show, but I'm just like kind of disgusted at some of these comments. And this is coming from a person that don't even like the Charlo. But I mean, I'm glad that you're really like looking at this, because this is like not this isn't cool at all. Not cool at all.
You know what, Bless? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not talking about Bless. Arlette, sorry about that. I was looking at Bless. Yeah, I know, Arlette, sorry about that. There's it's coming from all angles. It's not just a certain ethnicity of people who feel this way. There's people of your ethnicity that feel the same way about Jermell Charlo. They don't like the guy, and understandably so. I'm not a part of the Jermell Charlo defense team. I've always said this. I say, listen, man, he's very emotional. A lot of people don't like him. He talk crazy. He snap his neck. He smack when he talk. I said all of that stuff. But guess what?
He smacks his gum.
Yeah. But guess what? That has nothing to do with him being the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Regardless of how you feel about Jermell Charlo personally, it's going to go right back to the question, what does that have to do with his skill set as a boxer? Since we are supposed to be what? Boxing fans. We're supposed to be boxing fans, right? If we are boxing fans.
And Coach, what does how much money he makes have to do with anything? That has nothing to do with I mean, to me, whoever brought that up is like, are you serious?
No, that just, if you don't like somebody, your job is to discredit them, use your dislike, you discredit them out of your dislike, and to try to minimize their accomplishments. Like the brother said, he said the media not even talking about Jermell Charlo becoming undisputed. The reason why is because the mainstream media does not like Jermell Charlo. So they figured that by them not talking about it, like they talked about when Canelo did it, that showed their bias right there.
But how about Josh Taylor? They weren't talking about him.
No, they wasn't talking about Josh Taylor. He's not selling tickets. Yeah, they're not.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're not talking about him either. Yeah, what I'm saying is.
Yeah, he's not a but I'm just saying. But they haven't mentioned that. They're only mentioning it about Charlo. But when Josh Taylor doesn't sell anything either. But they don't ever mention that. Well, I just don't like the attack. It sounds very racially motivated to me. I'm just being real. And
it might be racially motivated, but my question to you is, you got people who look just like me and you who are saying the exact same shit too. So, it might be racially motivated on one end, but what about the people who look like me and you? Is that racially motivated?
No, but what they're saying is true. He doesn't sell a lot and he doesn't make a lot of money. But why mention that? But that's true. Yeah, but why when we're talking about what he does, like as far as the accomplishment, whether he doesn't make any money, which he really doesn't, and whether I know that arena or whatever that was last night, it was empty. But that has nothing to do with his accomplishment. I mean, that's one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other. He just, he did his thing. Okay. That's all, Coach.
Shout out to Arlette. Salute to Arlette for calling in. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much for calling in. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let's give her a round of applause. So I don't get misconstrued. The purpose of this show is this. I don't care how much another fighter makes. Guess what? You ain't getting none of the money. I'm not getting none of the money. This has nothing to do with Jermell Charlo's accomplishments. Whether he a draw or not had nothing to do with that knockout he gave Castano last night. Him not being a draw had nothing to do with that check left hook that dropped Brian Castano in the first time. Him not being a draw had nothing to do with that two-piece down the pipe and the left hook to the body that TKO Brian Castano last night. Jermell Charlo may not be able to sell out at McDonald's. Guess what? That motherfucker can fight, though. He can fight. I never seen a man win a fight based on his net worth. I never seen a man win a boxing match based on whether he's a draw or not. I never seen a man win a fight based on whether the mainstream media is talking about his accomplishments or not. The mainstream media, corporate media, don't mean shit. Fact of the matter is, that boy undisputed. And there's nothing that Mike Carpenter, ESPN, mainstream media, Jermell Charlo haters or detractors can do about it, or supporters can do about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to make you like Jermell Charlo. I understand, I get it. And it's like my mother told me a long time ago. She told me this when I was 13 years old. She said, son, let me explain something to you. When somebody don't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make them like you. Nothing. So my motto is this here. If you're going to be the bad guy, be the best bad guy you can be. And I strive to do that every day of the week. I give two fucks about a nigga liking me. I don't give a damn. I run the ass off the block as soon as I can. Shout out to E-Dog. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for, bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, salute, coach. Glad I finally caught you live. Love what you are doing. Keep your foot on their necks. Keep your foot on their necks. It's time to run their ass off the block. It's time to run their ass off the block. You see what I'm saying? It's time to run their ass off the block. I like to purge every Sunday. So if you think I'm a narrative-based channel and you subscribe to this channel and you feeling some type of way and you don't like what I'm saying right now, please feel free to leave. I promise you, I'll replace you. Please feel free to leave. Let's see. Shout out to Coach Ben. He said the more you win, the more you'll become a draw. It took Hopkins years to do it too. Hopkins still wasn't really a draw like that on Coach Ben. You know, he had some classic fights though. When he fought De La Hoya, I remember he dropped De La Hoya with a left hook to the body, liver shot. He fought, I think he fought Tito too, Trinidad as well. Shit, B-Hot, let me pull up B-Hot resume. Let me pull up B-Hot resume, my brother. Hold on. Let me pull up B-Hop. Oh, wait a minute. We got to finish the commandments. Then we're going to pull up B-Hop. Commandment number 6. Thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a fighter. Thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. Number 7. Thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. Number 8. Thou shalt not condone any elite fighter ducking another elite fighter. Number 9. Thou shalt not speak of back-end money. Because a lot of you don't even know what the hell back-end money means anyways, or understand how it works. Number 10, thou shalt not tweet shit on Twitter for your favorite fighter. A lot of that goes on. Number 11, thou shalt not threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. I get threatened all the time. I give two fucks about your threats. Call me now. Phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. I handle all threats. Call me. Tell me how much you want to take my life. Tell me how much you want to come to my city and find me. I want to hear from you. Say that number in your phone too. 530-494-9636. I want that. I want that. I promise you I do. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up? What's up, coach, man? What's up, man? What's good, man? How you been, man?
Oh, Cassidy, talk to me, fam. Cassidy, what the link read, fam? Talk to me. Long time no hear from.
Nah, man. How you been, man? I hope you been. Yeah. No. It's kind of hard to get hold of you on this thing. Get me. You know the UK and the number.
Yeah, your phone going in and out, man. I can't even hear you good, bro. But go ahead and see, can we work it out?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, coach. What's up, man? Hope you're doing all right and that. You get me? I see you rolling on strong and yeah, man. I just wanted to give a quick shout out, man, to Charlo and that. You get me? He done what he was meant to do. No one cares about who knows him or whatever. His kids know that he's undisputed. He knows that he's undisputed. Dad knows that he's undisputed. I'm sure you saw his ring with him, you get me, and his family and that, holding up their belts with Charlo. You feel me? So I respect that as a family man. Like, you get me? He's very family orientated. He loves his family. Like, that's the only people that should care or whatnot if he's undisputed or not. You get me? Mm-hmm. His name's in the Hall of Fame. You feel me? And I want one thing, coach. With that win over Brian Pillars, like you said, coach, he could fight his arse off. I like Jermell Charlo. He's a fight. That yesterday proved to me, or I knew before, but yesterday's guaranteed to me that I think he's cut from that Bernard Hopkins, Winky Wright, that cloth. You know what I'm saying? Where would you put him with the top junior welterweights of all time? Like, would you Terry Norris, Winky Wright, De La Hoya, Matt McCallum? Where would you put him with those guys after that win?
I can't put him nowhere because I have to. The way I do that, Cassidy, I like to wait till a fighter's career is done and look at what he has accomplished in his totality. Was he in his career? Before I put him up there with the other guys and do a comparison. While he's still an active fighter, I think it would be unfair for me to get caught up in the moment of him becoming undisputed and put him up there with Mike McCallum and Hopkins and all those other guys. I like to wait till his career is complete before I make that assessment. I always do that with every fighter. Especially when you come to comparing it to the old school guys.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
And I got two more things for you, coach, man. With his run at 154, I do think personally, in my opinion, I do think it's better than Canelo Alvarez's run 168. He's fought, to me, Jermell Charlo's fought the top competitors, and he's done so after he's even took a loss. As I said, there's nothing like he took an O he had to take to get to that undisputed run. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. And he fought the best at his division, as in Lubin, Tony Harrison, twice. I want to see the trilogy between him and Harrison. By the way, I want to see the trilogy of that. And how do you think he will do against Fundora?
I don't know, man. Like, styles make fights. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see Jermell Charlo and Fundora mix it up. I would like to see could Fundora impose his will on Jermell Charlo. I know Jermell Charlo wouldn't fight Fundora the way Lubin did. So just from a stylistic standpoint, I would love to see that fight. I'm always going to favor Jermell Charlo because he's the undisputed champ, and I think he's fought the tougher competition between the two. But it doesn't mean he's going to win that fight. So I would love to see that fight happen. Of course, we have our opinions, but the only way we're going to know who would really win that fight is if they actually fight each other. So, we'll see if that fight happens. We'll see if it happens.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Thank you, coach.
All right.
I appreciate it, man. You get me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I love your show, man. Make sure you're rolling strong, man. And F you distracted, man. F you distracted. Jason Mones, VA Money. They was have a punk. They was have a punk from New York, man. Shaquille or whatever his name is, man. Forget. Yeah.
We ain't worried about that. Yeah, we ain't worried about that. We ain't giving them dudes no energy. Shout out to Cassidy, man. Shout out to Cassidy. We ain't giving them dudes no energy. We ain't giving them no energy at all. King KO, he said it's funny how the LDBCQ called Jermell Charlo a coon. Now they think he's a national hero. They did the same thing to Bud. Them ninjas are weird. Yeah, hey man, it is what it is, man. I remember when they called him a coon. You know how I know? Because I made a video defending Jermell being called a coon by those guys who support these fake. I call them fake pro-black channels because this guy wouldn't use the talking points that they want him to use, and he won't get them an interview. This is what they do. They flip-flop. Go back and forth. This is what they do, but I'm not even giving them no shine. Fam. F Society said, I think it's because he keeps calling out the C word. It is what it is. I don't get caught up in these other people's emotions, man. I just don't. The shit doesn't bother me. But I've been threatened quite a few times. I should not threaten People on YouTube, if they disagree with you. Commandment number 12, thou shalt not speak of Undisputed if your favorite fighter has the French fries belt, aka better known as the franchise belt. So that caller that called in and said Cambosos was Undisputed because he had the French fries belt. This is for you. That commandment is for you. Shout out to commandment number 13. Thou shalt only have permission to be a fanboy of an old school fighter, whether it's male or female. This is the only exception to the rules. What are the examples of an old school fighter? Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, the great Salvador Sanchez, great Azuma Nelson, Carlos Monzon, you might have Jack Dempsey, what's my main man name? Simon Brown, Mike McCallum, just those guys like that. B-Hop, James Lights Out Tony, any of the old school guys, Larry Holmes, Tyson, whatever. Okay. Commandment number 14, thou shalt not race bait to push a personal narrative. I care nothing about race baiters, regardless of what nationality, race, color, creed you are. I give 2 fucks about a race baiter. If you're looking for race, this ain't the channel for you. You might need to take your ass back to where you came from. I do everything in my power, not only to run you off my show, but I pray to God you unsubscribe and never come back. And block yourself. I give 2 fucks about you niggas. Let's continue. Commandment number 15. Thou shalt not have a victimhood mentality and play the race card when you don't get your way. Commandment number 16, thou shalt not violate any other commandments under no circumstances. These are the commandments. He said these are the commandments that all of our subscribers must follow in order to be a subscriber of this channel. If you have a problem with the commandments, you might want to leave. Go back to where you came from. I do not want you over here. Don't need you. Okay? Remember that. Now, let's look up B-Hop. Bernard Hopkins. Anybody got a problem with what I said? The phone number is right there, 530-494-9636. Call in and tell me what you like and what you don't like. Please don't duck that phone number. Please don't duck that number. Don't duck that number, okay? Call in, say what you want to say. This is a free speech platform. I don't duck no smoke from nobody. Let's see. Let's go here. B-Hop. We don't duck no smoke. Not over here. Let's go. B-Hop. Let's see. B-Hop came. See, B-Hop a motherfucker, man. B-Hop was one of my favorite fights. I kind of wish, I'm mad that we never got the Bernard Hopkins and James Toney fight. I always wanted to see that fight, bro. Lights Out was my guy. Well, Roy Jones was the one. Bernard Hopkins lost his first professional fight in 1988. Then he lost to Roy Jones on his, I think his 24th fight. He lost his Roy Jones. 12-round unanimous decision. Then he had a draw against Segundo Mercado, right? He fought Glenn Johnson. He beat Glenn Johnson. 11-round TKO, he stopped him. He beat the great Simon Brown. Simon Brown was old at that time. Beat Simon Brown. Let's see. Antoine Eccles. He did that. Keith Holmes. He did that. Then he stopped Felix Trinidad in the 12th round. TKO stopped Trinidad. The Puerto Rican legend. Let's see. William Joppy stopped him. Well, 12-round unanimous decision. He didn't stop him. Stopped Oscar De La Hoya. Left hook to the liver shot. Dropped him. Had him on the ground folding up. He lost to Jermaine Taylor twice. Beat Antonio Tarver after Antonio Tarver knocked Roy out. Beat Winky Wright. I kind of think Winky Wright won that fight, to be honest with you. Lost to the great Joe Calzaghe. Lost to him. He was 43 years old when he fought Calzaghe. Beat Kelly Pavic. Beat Roy Jones. Roy, I think he was 45 years old, something like that. He beat Gene Pascal after he fought him to a draw. Chad Dawson. No contest to Chad Dawson. Then he lost to Chad Dawson. Sergey Kovalev beat him in a 12-round unanimous decision. And Joe Smith Jr. knocked him through the ropes. Joe Smith Jr. knocked him through the ropes. So I remember that there. Yeah, man. But B-Hop wasn't liked though. B-Hop wasn't liked. He wasn't liked. Just like Jermell Charlo's not liked. It is what it is. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't change the facts. It doesn't change the facts. The fighters should he said you should hang the commandments in the background, coach. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I should do that. I should do that. I should do that. I should do that. You see what I'm saying? But we have merchandise on that too. We have merchandise on that too. Once again, you say Tito treated that one of my favorite fighters. Yeah. Oh, Tito. Tito was a bad boy. That check left hook. He had a nice left hook. Trinidad, what'd you say? Halim, you say Trinidad. He said, that was sad, coach. Yeah. Yeah. F Society said this show is going left because of the hate is real with over 300 G's. It is what it is, man. I mean, I already knew this, though. I already knew this. And I talked about it Friday. I already knew this. I know the fighters who everybody clamored to. If it's Canelo, he going to bring out the crowd. This is just the facts. I'm a marketer. I study people. I study the chats. I know who's who. I know who pushes the needle. I know who pushes the narratives. I already know this. And it's very revealing to, if you're a fan of the sport of boxing, which a lot of these guys who are online following boxing right now, they're not fans of the sport of boxing. They fans of narratives, whether they're black, white, Hispanic, Asian. They're fans of narratives, regardless of what race they are, and they're casuals. And that's just what it is. I understand that. I know that. When I started my channel, I had a difficult time last year understanding it. But now this year, I've been doing this for 16 months now. Now it's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Because I study you guys. I go on different platforms and I study all of you guys who leave comments and other people's platforms in their chats. I know who's who. This is what I do. This is what I do, right? So I can gauge what it is. I check the temperature. I know which fighter pushes the needle. I know which fighters are liked. I know which fighters are despised. I can tell to a T when I do a show, which show is going to do well and which show is not going to do well based on my keyword research. This is what I do. And I know when it comes to Jermell Charlo, he have white people who hate him. He have Hispanics who hate him. He have Asians who hate him. And he have blacks who hate him. They can't stand that dude. Understandably so. Understandably so. We don't like his attitude. We don't like his attitude. I understand that. But what does that have to do with his accomplishments inside the ring? I can't take my dislike for a fighter and use that as a barometer for me to take away from his accomplishments inside the ring. Because I love the sport of boxing. I love the fighters and the fans who make the sport of boxing what it is. So regardless of how I feel about a fighter, I cannot allow my emotions to take away from his accomplishments, because his accomplishments is what? It's related directly to the sport of boxing. That's the code I go by. But I get it. I know you feel some type of way. You don't go by that. You don't go by that. And I understand. I get it. I get it. Because you're not a boxing fan. I get it. Ronald Finkley said, Coach said it would be some hate right before the show started. Why y'all can't say Jermell Charlo is the best thing by gaining Undisputed is beyond me. Yeah, I said it before the show started. I already knew, Ron. You want to know how I knew? Because I am a marketer. I do my research, fam. I know these people. I know these people in these chats. I know them. I study them. I know. I understand. I get it. I understand. I get it. I get it. He said they hate Ryan Garcia more than anybody. Oh, you talking about mascara? Oh, man, come on, man. Can't nobody take no damn Ryan Garcia serious, man. And I don't, they say I'm a Ryan Garcia hater too. They did say that. They say, Coach, you're a Ryan Garcia hater, man.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
I think they don't like. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not crazy about Ryan Garcia, because he do a whole lot of capping on Twitter. He called people out, and he always pulling out of fights. So my disregard of Ryan Garcia is he has a good skill set. I never take anything away from his skill set. Never. You never hear me say anything bad about his skill set. He has one of the best left hooks in the sport of boxing. He has that. Facts. But pulled out of 3 fights last year. I can't take that dude serious. I can't take him serious. He said, Kenny, no, not you, coach. Yeah, man, I can't, man. Look here, man. When I start seeing this dude fight more, it'll be cool. You know what I mean? And when I start seeing him fight more, it'll be cool. But all that pulling out of fights, shout out to KQKC in the building. He said, salute, coach. What it do, my brother? A good day for me. Yes, sir. Salute to KQKC, man. Y'all check out the singing OG. Y'all check out the singing OG. See what I'm saying? And my brother represents the LDBC as well. Shout out to the singing OG, man. KQKC. I rock with KQ. Good guy. In my opinion. I know everybody don't like KQKC. Guess what? I don't have a problem with it. Your issues are not my issues. Your hangups are not my hangups. And my hangups shouldn't be your hangups. Okay? Let's see. Hey, what you say, Coach Ben say? He say, can't stand seeing him in the commercial with Dame Dollar. Hey, look here, man. Ryan Garcia got commercials. With Maybelline, mascara, CoverGirl. I mean, sorry about that. Now let me stop. Let me stop hating on Ryan Garcia. They're like, I told y'all nigga was a hater. He ain't no Ryan Garcia. I told you he was a hater, man. I told you what he been gonna do. I tell you over there hating on Ryan Garcia. I don't like this here, man. I don't like the fact he hating on Ryan Garcia. I already know. He hating on him. I told you that.
Get out my face. Don't need nothing you got no more. Don't need no hair's been messing up my corner. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
True. I'm laughing right because I'm thinking about what it was. The dude that said he was from where he said was Pakistan. He said, yeah, I'm gonna get on the plane. I'm coming. He said, I'm coming to Tampa, punk. You got to see me. So I told him an old classic line I got from my brother Shelton Moore. I said, I'll tell you what, my brother, since you say you're coming to Tampa, you're gonna put pause on me. Okay, fine. Keep that number in your phone. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Call me when you get here. I will politely drive to the airport, pick you up, drive you to your ass whooping, drive you back to the airport, put you back on the plane, and send you back home to your ragged ass mammy house. That's what I see.
Nigga, I'm talking face on the brochure. Boy. Lights out, hear me? Clap on, clap off. Okay. You got me fucked up, cuz.
Shout out to Alexander.
Hey,
for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Now this is very Jason. I think this is Jason Mones here. I don't know, but you say should Usyk be number 1 pound for pound? If not, why? Your fair answer. Pound for pound is subjective to the individual. There's nothing objective about pound for pound. It's subjective to the individual, and the criteria that they use for pound is based on popularity. So, pound for pound is subjective to you. If you feel like he should be there, he should be there. If you feel like he should not be there, he should not be there. Why? Because it's subjective to you. It's a matter of opinion, not facts. Shout out to Castano. Hey, okay. For dropping that $6.99. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Garcia pulls out so much, he mastered the contraception. Yeah, man. Like, listen, look here, man. 530-494-9636. Man, call in, man. Call in. Any of my haters, detractors, call in. Don't duck the number. You said you want to pull up. Don't duck the number. Don't do that. I'm here. 7 days a week. I'm here. 3 o'clock. I ain't run from nobody. I don't give a damn what community you come from. I don't care what community you come from, what your race, nationality is. If you don't like me, you feel some type of way, call in and talk to the old boy. You want to threaten me, go ahead and do that. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that at all. I ain't got no problem with that at all. You know what I mean? Castano he said, didn't the pit bull fight get canceled? No, I don't think the pit bull fight got canceled. I think what happened was the WBC mandated that fight to happen. So we're gonna see what's up. I think it's supposed to go to a purse bid or something like that if they can't come to an agreement. So we'll see what's happening. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? My name's Melvin from Florida.
Melvin from Florida. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you taking my call. First of all, big fan of yours, man. Every day after work, I log on YouTube and check your page out. You always spin some insightful stuff, man. Big fan of yours, man.
Yes, I appreciate that, fam. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just to get right into it, that fight last night was amazing. The last 2 fights for Charlo, when we look back at his legacy, we're gonna look back at those 2 fights. You know, it's gonna just enhance his legacy. I don't want to start seeing people start saying, "Oh, Castano wasn't this, he wasn't that." You know, just to tarnish his legacy and diminish it, just like how they've been doing to Canelo. You know, let these fighters be great now.
Mm-hmm.
Give them their flowers now. You know, we're not used to doing that in the boxing community. I think we should see more of that.
Yeah.
And then also,
go ahead. Sorry about
go ahead, Coach. Sorry.
No, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. And then also, man, I don't know if you've seen the press conference, Charlo's press conference. He stated that, you know, these other fighters need to start fighting each other now.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing that Canelo said.
Yep.
People expect these champions, these undisputed champions, to fight each and every top competitor.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not how it works. These other guys got to start fighting each other.
Yep.
You know, that it's unfair.
I totally agree. Listen, Big Nello said that, hey man, you guys, you put those down there, y'all got to fight each other. Whoever win out of you guys, then I'll fight the winner. Guess what? Jermell Charlo is saying the same thing that Canelo's saying. So if it's good for Canelo, it should be good for Jermell Charlo, if you're being fair and objective.
Exactly, Coach. Because again, I don't think those 2 guys, they're dogs. They wouldn't duck anybody. Now, if their promoters do, that's not them. As fighters, they wouldn't duck anybody, and that goes for him. And I know how I seen last week your live with his brother.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was funny. Very enjoyable, man.
Yeah, he fought J-Rock.
Very enjoyable. Yeah, J-Rock, yeah.
Hey,
I appreciate you, man. I'm going to get off the line, man, but I appreciate you so much, man, and I'm going to be listening on for the rest of the day. Appreciate you, Coach.
Shout out to Melvin, man. I appreciate you, man. Melvin from Florida, man. FLA, the Gunshine State. The Gunshine State, FLA. We call Florida the Gunshine State. We have the stand your ground laws. Have to stand your ground laws here, boy. Pull up at your own risk. That's all I can say. Pull up at your own risk. He said the trainer on Cruz side making excuses like crazy now. Can't blame Ryan. Hey, you know what? Hey, hold up. Hey, Alden. Now I've been hearing that Pitbull Cruz team been shaking like booty meat. Hold on, they scared of Ryan Garcia. Hold on now. Let me hold on. Let me pull this up. I think I got it right here. I've been hearing that Pitbull. I don't want to. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, B. I'm saying. Hold on. I've been hearing that Pitbull been shaking like booty meat. His team, I'm hearing they don't want none of that mascara. I mean, sorry about that. None of that Ryan Garcia. That's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that. Anyways, I'll find it. I'll find it. Anyways. But anyways, back to my brother Jermell Charlo. For guys who don't know, 2 of my favorite fighters in boxing is Terrence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. Even though Jermell and Crawford don't like each other or whatever it appears that way. You know, I like both of them. I really do. Because both of those guys are back that action. One guy talks a lot of shit, back it up. Other guy, he really don't say much. And I have my criticism for both fighters, but for the most part, from what both men have accomplished in the ring, you can't take nothing away from that. Right? Whether you like a fighter or not is irrelevant. You got people who hate Canelo. It doesn't change the fact that he's the face of boxing in North America. Doesn't change that. No matter how much you hate him, it's not going to change that, right? And my thing is this: no matter how much you hate a fighter, whether you hate them because of their race, whether you hate them because of what city they're from, whether you hate them because of your tribe, a lot of tribalism going on, whether you hate them because they won't give your boxing community an interview, whatever your hang-ups may be of that fighter, it does not take away from that fighter's accomplishments. See, I always try to bring it back to boxing. I always try to bring it back to the accomplishments at the end of the day. Even if I say some personal shit, at the end of the day, the personal shit may be something, well, the personal shit is always going to be separate, different from the sport of boxing. How I feel about a boxer personally has nothing to do with that boxer's accomplishments. Why? Because the accomplishments of the fighter, the skill set, the mentality, the heart, the courage of any fighter that's boxing in today has nothing to, it's what helps the sport grow. That along with the fans. The fans determine who they like, why they like them, and for whatever reason they like them for. But when it comes to putting on your boxing trunks, putting on your boxing shoes, understanding how to measure distance and range, how to work that stick, that jab, understand how to manipulate the space in front of you in order to land your shot, understanding how to keep your head off the beeline, understanding how to use that check left hook, understanding how to throw the bolo punch, understanding how to use feints, understanding how to have hand-eye coordination. When it comes to that's what the sport of boxing is all about. All that personal shit has nothing to do with the sport of boxing. Regardless of what, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let's see. Now, I'm trying to figure out, a question I got for you guys is this. And I ain't trying to divert from Jermell. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, that was a classic fight. Do you look at this fight last night as a classic fight? Now, of course, if you hate Jermell Charlo, you'll probably say, oh man, this fight was some bullshit. This fight went this fight went all that. So I'm asking you something that I know that you're probably unable to do because you don't have an objective bone in your body. This is for those who this comment may fit. Last night to me was a classic fight. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Harleen, what you say? You say, Coach, most haven't been to a boxing gym or in the ring. Let's see. Castano say just entertainment when the lifestyles are discussed. Yeah. Just laughing and kicking it. We just be laughing and kicking it. You know, that's how we do. M. Williamson said that Jermell proved to the public he was the man last night, and I'm excited to see him fight again. Yep. He did that, boy. He did that. He pissed off a lot of people too. He pissed off a lot of people. ABE said Derrick James is the front runner for trainer of the year. Absolutely. Derrick James, he got Errol Spence. He became the unified champion. Well, he's already unified champion, but he beat Ugas. He has 3 belts in the welterweight division, and his other fighter, Jermell Charlo, became undisputed. I would say that if Eder Reynoso become undisputed for the accomplishments he did with Canelo, one fighter, or maybe even Oscar Valdez as well, then Derrick James can become undisputed for the same. Because they can get trainer of the year for the exact same thing. But he has one fighter that's a unified champion that has 3 belts in the welterweight division, and Jermell Charlo is undisputed. I totally agree. Derrick James, as of right now, if we was to do I put it this way, he had my vote right now. He had my vote right now for trainer of the year, Derrick James. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my name.
I don't agree with everything he say. Nigga be capping all the time. But I mean when he get his feelings about Crawford. But we gonna put some respect on his name. And guess what? He'll have my vote for trainer of the year right now. Lady Shane said, yeah, Mel and Castano can be deemed a classic. Yeah. Coach Bean says, this was a classic. Both fighters took over at a certain point, and the stoppage came out of nowhere. The stoppage came out of nowhere. That check left hook. That check left hook, boy. That check left hook. Thomas Jones said it was a classic. Let's see. Kay Causey said the first fight was classic. Okay. Con Shiner said it was a great fight. Okay. Schoolo X-Man said it's a classic fight, coach. Okay. Queen Love Green Eyes P say great fight. Candice Slim say great fight. Could be a classic. Okay. On my list for fight of the year. Yeah, it can go on the list for fight of the year. I'm not saying it is fight of the year now. I'm not saying that. But it can, yeah. You know, I still got the Katie Taylor right now. That fight still stuck in my mind. But yeah, that Katie Taylor Serrano, that Taylor Serrano was the one for me so far. Keenan said that I think it's a classic, good legacy fight for Charlo, and it was a rematch where he had to silence the doubters. Yeah, he had to silence everybody. In Florida, we say, man, why you got your nuts crossed on me? They had their nuts crossed on Jermell last night. They had their nuts crossed. Understandably so. Understandably so. Understandably so. Again, I'm not here to defend anything. Not here to defend anything about how you feel about a fighter personally. I'm sticking to the accomplishments in the ring. That's what I stick to. I stick to the accomplishments. Alden, what you say, fam? He said, true, coach, I agree. Again with that. Yeah. Like, if you notice with me, I'm always going to bring it back to boxing and stuff. Like, I always try to bring it back there. I went to war last year, some parts of this year. Now I'm evolving into something else. You know what I mean? So it's about the sport with me. I say definitely a classic, coach. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Mag Mob. Y'all please subscribe to the Mag Mob. Y'all subscribe to the Mag Mob. Alden said, he said that fight could be a 3 like Wilder Fury. Yeah, it could be. It could be. If there's a demand for it, I wouldn't mind seeing the trilogy. See what Brian Castano can do again differently. I doubt if he want to go back in that fire though. I doubt if he want to go back in there. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing the trilogy. It'll have to probably make financial sense, being that this fight really didn't sell. I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't know. But Brian Castano had an ample opportunity to shut Jermell Charlo's mouth up. Last night, Brian Castano had an ample opportunity to become undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world last night. Last night, Brian Castano had ample opportunity to knock Jermell Charlo out and put him to sleep. Last night, Brian Castano had ample opportunity to prove the mainstream media right and put Jermell Charlo in his place. Last night, Brian Castano had ample opportunity to do that. The only problem is he was not able to do it. He was not able to do it. He tried, but he fell shorter than a midget on his knees trying to sling keys. Ahmed said, should we expect a trilogy better than Canelo versus Triple G? Well, I don't know how good that Canelo Triple G 3 gonna be. We don't know yet until we see it. We don't know yet until we see it. Thomas Candela, what you say, fam? He say a great classic fight was the Chavez and Mildred Taylor fight. Yeah, that was one of the classics. That's one of the classics. Con Shiner, what you say, fam? You say Jermell has a knack for comebacks. Yes, sir. F Society said it was good for me. It was good, but not a classic. If Castano dropped Charlo, also it would be a classic in my eyes, in my opinion. Okay. All right. I said Friday, man, I can see a couple of knockdowns in this fight as well. I got the receipts where I said I can see a couple of knockdowns in this fight, but I thought that Jermell was going to win on a split decision. I didn't see this version of Jermell Charlo. Like this Jermell Charlo I saw fight last night, this was the best I've ever seen him. The calmness, the poise, kept his emotions in check. He didn't look angry in his face. He stuck to the game plan. He listened to his trainer. He boxed very well. Used pivots, angles, feints, hand-eye coordination, manipulating the distance and space, great body work, great punch selection. When he threw combinations, he always finished with the left hook. It was, and he ate some shots too. It was masterful. It was masterful. It was masterful. You know what I mean? So it is what it, I like to see the fights. I don't believe in protecting fighters. He said there's like 10 fights I call it classic fight. Castillo versus Corrales, #1. Okay. All right. Eddie Val said if Don King promoted this fight, it would have been a very big viewed fight. Yeah, Don King would have did a whole lot better than Tom Brown. You can believe that. He did a whole lot better than Tom Brown. F Society say nuts cross. Yeah, that's what we say in Florida. Yeah, you got to, man. Yeah, you got your nuts cross on me, dog. You got your nuts cross on me. Nuts cross just basically mean, you know, you hoping and wishing and praying that something bad happened to me. Nuts cross just means somebody hating on you. They hating hard. That's what that means. We've been saying this since I was a little teenager. Yeah, man, nigga got his nuts crossed. Man, he got his nuts crossed on me, dog. That nigga got his nuts crossed on me, dog. That's why I can't come up, man. If you uncross your nuts, maybe I can come up. That's what that means. That just basically means that you are a serial hater. You are a serial hater. That's what that means. Major Key said that I will watch it again. I had Israel Vasquez and Rafael Marquez field to both fights. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Y'all please subscribe. You know, it's just a matter of opinion. That's all. Just a matter of opinion. Fact of the matter is this, guys, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this again. Irregardless of who you like, who you don't like, what you was hoping for, what you wasn't hoping for, whether the guy who you was pulling for came through in the clutch, or whether the guy that you was pulling for let you down at the end. Fact of the matter is, we had an undisputed fight last night. Whether the mainstream media is talking about the fight or not does not change the fact that Jermell Charlo is the new undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world, and there's nothing that no one can say about it. Doesn't change that fact. Jermell Charlo can have a net worth of $5. Guess what? Is he undisputed? Yes.
Put some respect on my name.
Jermell Charlo can be hated by Mike Carpenter, ESPN, all of the mainstream establishment media. Does it change the fact that he's not undisputed? No, it don't.
Put some respect on my name.
Jermell Charlo can be disliked by me, you, people who leave comments on social media, whatever the case may be. Does it change the fact that he is not the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world, the first in the 4-belt era? No, it does not.
Put some respect on my name.
So like Ric Flair would say, whether you like it or not, baby, Jermell Charlo today is on the top and the guy that you was rooting for is on the bottom. And that's just the way it is. Ain't nothing you can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. This is what the sport of boxing is all about. Let's give everybody a round of applause. And what we gonna do, man? What we gonna do? We gonna go ahead. You know. I like to do this shit. I like to do this OJ Juman style. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Hey, shout out to Big Frank the Tank. Hey, shout out to Ricky Ricardo. Hey, shout out to Big Hulk from Maryland. Hey, shout out to Jason Dockery. Hey, shout out to Will Sargison. Hey, shout out to Frank Forbes. Hey, shout out to Knockdown 305. Hey, shout out to the Queen Lady Cheyenne. Hey, shout out to Flex BX. What's happening, bro? Hey, shout out to Daniel Rios. Hey, shout out to Jesus Luna. Hey, shout out to Manny G. Hey, shout out to Boxing Fan 101. Hey, shout out to Eric Pack. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to Candy Slim. Shout out to Low Key Serious. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Javon Soto. Hey, shout out to Big Ron from Vermont. Shout out to Drummond for Life. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to W Right Side. Shout out to Deborah Brooker. Shout out to Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Manny Dosiento Inueve. Shout out to shout out to Adrian Big 30. Big 30. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy. Hey, shout out to Troy Graham from B More. Shout out to AB Sounds, Kathy W, throwing up the W. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82, 2 Matador, Miguel Chartico. Shout out to the Queen Carmen Serene. Hey, shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter 402, Omaha, Nebraska's finest. Shout out to my brother Malcolm Roach from Houston, Texas. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite, my cousin out there in LA today. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Folo Bond. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh. What's up, Slim? Shout out to Dantes. Hey, shout out to Chickarelli from the West Coast. Shout out to Damian Bennett from Baltimore. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Hey, shout out to my brother Charlo from London. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Fistiana Fights. Hey, shout out to the Queen Misfit. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss in the documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Mon, the X-Mon. Shout out to Mark Nash from the ATL, Rider of the Storm, Carl Hansen, Philly Fly. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to Ace Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans, the good doctor. Shout out to Mr. Pads. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bales. Shout out to my brother from Detroit, Smith and West. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Also, shout out to Alexander from Indiana. I guess you're a troll or whatever the case may be, but shout out to you. Shout out to James from Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Uncle Charles from Alabama. Shout out to the Queen Arlette from Harlem. Shout out to Cassidy, the Ken Man from London. And shout out to Melvin from Florida. And yes, sir, let's go ahead and give everybody else who I may be missing a shout out as well. Shout out to everyone that gave a super chat also as well. Everyone who gave a super chat. Shout out to everyone who sent the cash out. Salute to everybody. And you know, and listen, man, and you guys pretty much know how it is, man.
You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. As a matter of fact, now we ain't gonna go out like that. You know what we gotta do? We gotta put some respect on Jermell Charlo's name. Let's do this on Jermell Charlo's celebration dance. We got to do Jermell Charlo's celebration dance. This for all you haters who are mad as hell that Jermell Charlo, sorry, I said Jermell Charlo, that Jermell Charlo is now the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. Read it and we, yes sir, yes sir. Hey man, once again, it's up by Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. You know my motto. I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.